Metropolis, one of our newer maps. And they are in cross spots, so this should be a pretty long game unless somebody does something aggressive. In the north, top center, we have our Terran player deflecting that 4-gate, but then unable to recuperate afterwards with a decent strategy. His ID is
SuperNova.
He always looks sleepy. In the bottom center starting location, we have our Protoss player from the site teamliquid.net. His ID is
Liquid Hero.
So there are a lot of fans here today for Hero. I feel like it's almost 100%, like literally. Hero fans in our.
I'm a SuperNova fan.
Right.
I like his play.
I'm a fan of his play.
I just hope he wins.
I just hope he wins. I will cheer for him.
No, actually, I actually want to see more Hero games.
No, to be honest, I actually want to see more. What is the problem? We both play Protoss, so I'm like, ooh.
Yeah,
I rank Protoss. I get to see all these builds.
He's one of my favorite Protosses to watch because he really innovates a lot more than other Protosses do.
There was this thing I saw him doing a while ago that was just, it was so subtle, but it's so smart. Like, let's say Zerg's got a bunch of mutas on the map. I'm talking about Hero here.
Yeah.
Let's say Zerg's got a bunch of heroes. Actually, did it on this map. That's probably why it just occurred to me. You could put one stalker to Zonaga Watchtower. Now, if people are active with their mutas, they're going to fly over there and try to take those out. So what you do is you keep the rest of your, a dozen or 2 dozen stalkers just out of the range of that. As the mutas fly over to hit that stalker, you just blink in.
Yeah.
And, of course, you have the watchtower there occupied, so suddenly you get vision, you can shoot up there. And I saw him do it a couple times. I think you might have been casting the game with me.
Yeah.
And it was just like, I saw him take out about 6 or 7 or 8 mutas.
He just kept baiting. It was actually really cool. Really neat game.
Wow, SuperNova apparently just rarely loses.
Yeah.
Especially in the early game.
He's pretty solid, Tasteless.
Yeah, it's interesting with some of these players to see how dramatic the statistics are. For some people, they win 100% of the time within the first 9 minutes, and then if it's like 9 to 15, they win 10% of the time.
Yeah. Well, you can tell a lot about people's styles and how solid they play or how rushy they are in those ways.
How rushy, indeed.
Yeah, how rushy, man. That means it. That means what I mean it to mean.
Yeah.
A Reaper build here by SuperNova. Interesting little
Reaper
opening. We don't see that
a little bit
as
less common.
much.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Not as common.
Yeah. Well, that's the deal with these Reaper builds.
2-gate play here by Hero. That's a little bit uncommon as well. And he's got 2 probes on each gas.
This is becoming more popular in the higher ranks of GSL Code S.
Yeah, we saw Nanoa do that a lot yesterday, but it was into a very quick expansion. With the double gate, though, we might see pressure into expand. That's what my guess is for this. He might just chrono out a couple more stalkers, just push a little bit, but instead, no. He's actually going to go and expand. So this is actually just like, this is a very stylistic fast expansion. It's basically a 1-gate expand, but it's with 2 gases and 2 gates. So you're like, what? That's stupid. Artosis is obviously not. No, actually, it is. It's off a single stalker here. And, I mean, he's going to be safe and all, and it gets him into sentries a little bit quicker. Like, let's say someone 2-racks him, he's going to crush it with this build.
Yeah, I feel like there should be a term for builds like this where, like, for instance, even a Terran Scene 2 gateways is probably not going to do any kind of attack into that, but let's say he does.
Yeah.
He can cancel out of it. It's like one of these, I don't want to say well-rounded, but it's like there's like a minor alteration you can have to it. Uh-oh, Reaper going to go down.
I feel like he was just caught spray painting, and
he was tagging that.
Yeah, man, and now he's gone to jail for the rest of his life.
Too bad SuperNova's name is too long, and therefore he couldn't get out of there. He's like, S-U, oh shit, then
all right.
Not MVP's taggers.
Oh no, MVP taggers. They get in and they get out. Tasteless.
This has got this place marked all over.
Well, interesting. Off 1 gas, he's going right up to fact. And, in fact, getting a couple reactors. So it will probably just have the little stem timing. Oh, wait, no, that was a barracks. I'm so sorry. I was like, that's really weird that he's going into effect with 1 gas.
You dropped the ball, Artosis.
Yeah, I guess I dropped the ball, Tasteless, and it bounced away, and you picked it up. Thank God. Otherwise, it would have been a fumble. Someone else got it. So we're going to see SuperNova with a little timing attack here with a lot of units. But against someone who opened 2 gates with 2 gases, there's going to be a lot of sentries, so it's going to be hard to actually do significant damage with this.
How many tech labs can you check?
There's 2.
2 tech labs, okay. Well, if you get some Marauders, I mean, he can get Immortals out. The hero can pretty easily.
He's getting his combat shields very quickly. So, yeah, it's just going to be a Marine Marauder. Little timing. This is something like, if you're a Protoss player or a Terran player and you played like a lot of Metalopolis or something, that's a map you might see that a lot on because it's like a wide open natural. So people that like tech too quickly, sometimes you can catch them off guard with something like this. And, you know, there's actually the heavy bio styles are coming into play a lot in the Korean metagame on the server. I mean, not by any means taking over, but a lot of StarCraft I players have started doing that a lot as they transition into StarCraft II. So I'll be very interested to see if he actually throws down additional barracks before the factory with this build. That is, I'm super excited to see if he does that, and if he does, I'll just be giddy. I promise.
All right, he's pushing out now. He may just be applying pressure, testing the waters.
Yeah, I mean, this is not by any means some sort of all-in. He's fine. He can transition into multiple different things. But it's like a scary amount of units. As a hero, you're looking at, you're like, all right, that's kind of a lot of units for right now. Stim combat shields, wow. But he's got, again, 4 sentries out. They've been out for a bit. He's got good energy.
Oh, all right, let's see if he actually attacks on this. My bet is he will not.
Yeah, well, he's scanning. When you see that, it's like, well, I'll lose every unit here if he micros right. And you don't want to put that on yourself against Liquid Hero, who is like so...
who is going to micro right.
Yeah, he's going to micro right. Yep. He might micro better than right. And you're like, what? All right. Well, he's going to keep on rallying down units.
Is he? This is like playing with fire right now. Okay. Wow, he's actually baiting out the force fields.
Doing a good job with that, yeah. Thing is, oh man, if he accidentally like baits out...
this is so risky.
Wastes too many.
Whoa! Wow! Snap attack.
That was a snap attack right there.
I don't think this is going to.
I don't think it's going to do anything. There's so many sentries here. He can just force field off again with that Immortal out. He will crush.
That seemed kind of crass and impulsive there by SuperNova.
I think he just wanted to catch him off guard. He wants to catch Hero like going back to his base to like make a pylon. Because if he does, he can get in close enough to kill off all the sentries. And if you kill off all the sentries, you're like, and then you just are going to win the game. But Hero just Hero just sat there and saw it. So I mean, it wasn't like he lost too much. I mean, he's a little bit down in supply, but it's not something that is unrecoverable.
All right, armor's on the way now. Looks like you got a second Immortal there, just to be safe.
I like that. I mean, if you're going to go for like a lot of upgrades, but have the Robo for safety, I definitely like Protosses that make at least a couple of more.
Yeah, I feel like the Robo tech is probably the hardest tech to steer for Protoss.
Yeah.
You know, how many observers do I get versus how many Immortals do I get?
Yes.
You know, when do I stop Colossi to get a Warp Prism? Versus,
I think it's the most interesting. Of
I think it's by far the most interesting.
Because the other ones are pretty self-explanatory when you think about it. It's like, well, yeah, I need Charge if I'm going to go Zealots, and Blink if I'm going to go Stalkers. It's
right.
You know, yes, of course I want some.
Or
Archons,
like, you know, with even like the Terran tech for Medevacs or Vikings, that's very self-explanatory.
Yeah. Well, the Immortal has been my favorite unit since I switched to Protoss Stasis.
I think it's actually by far the most interesting unit in the whole game.
Well, it's just like deciding when to make an Immortal is fascinating. And I know that there's like a few really angry Terrans that they're like, when? Always. It's in there.
I'm the guy that makes the roaches and attacks at random times and gets angry.
Alright, so Hero just taking some map control right now.
Oh, little counter here. I don't think it's going to be enough to make Hero turn around.
He's not going to care all that much. Just makes a couple Zealots and charge in there.
It's like the A-team is down.
You know, his plus 2 armor is about to finish, and he's warping in. He's already warped in 1 Archon over there. If he attacks into SuperNova, I think SuperNova's going to hold it pretty easily. So, but if SuperNova was to come out, he could do a lot. Now, that's pretty annoying by SuperNova. But now that he's taken the 3rd base, he's putting some pressure on. Oh, look at this. Actually, SuperNova leaving, and he sees it, and he's going to come out and try and do something to this army tasteless.
He's going to be careful. That's a pretty big Terran army, and it's going to have a very good angle. You can see it spread out very well.
Yeah, I don't actually want it. Yeah,
very nice.
I love when Protosses do that.
Well, these Zealots are a little
He's like, all right,
overzealous.
This is I don't want to actually battle this army, and then he uses force fields and doesn't lose units. Thank you, Hero.
Well, it's very safe and clean.
Just a good usage of force fields. I mean, you're not going to use all that sentry energy for good. You may as well use it for escaping. You may as well use it being a coward. All right, so SuperNova going to take his third. Of course, Hero has already scouted that. Both thirds going to be mining about the same time here. Supplies completely even. 64 probes to 63 SCVs, so that's quite even as well. And in fact, the upgrades, though, are in Hero's favor. We do have 2-1 on the way for SuperNova. A little bit off, but we already have +2 and +1 halfway done for Hero.
SuperNova going to drop now. Now, dropping on this map, especially with this big blank space at the bottom right that almost never has anything there, it's a great idea. And over here at the bottom left, a drop coming over here. Now, that's really just to distract them so that this drop, yeah, this is the one I was talking about, will work. But SuperNova, again, playing very, very safe. Says, oh, I see some Zealots there.
Yeah.
If there's more than just those Zealots, which the word at the time, then this is going to be a complete disaster.
Yeah.
By the way, they're dead even on supply, similar to our previous game. So it's neck and neck as far as the size of their armies.
He's got to be careful, though.
Oh, man, that was a great force field. Really good force field.
Man, that's a painful thing for SuperNova. He's got to run out of there now. Hero with a very nice engagement for himself right there. And SuperNova has to wait a little bit. He needs some ghosts. And, well, he needs some ghost tastes. He does have some out now, and he needs to wait for his upgrades to finish a little bit more.
Okay, he's just tearing into him now. Guardian Shield goes up. Now, SuperNova's microing pretty damn well, and he almost entered the Terran's territory. So he's going to back up now. It would not be a bad idea. Whenever you back off from an engagement with Protoss, just scan your army. There's always going to be an observer over them.
It's true.
It's like actually always so true.
That is true. You want to scan.
Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O. Oh, feedback. All right.
Yeah,
it'd be cool if it started when I said that, but nice feedback there on the ghosts. It's not entirely clear if he can actually come in here and attack like this. We'll
have to see how the storms are, but some beautiful storms just ripping apart.
This is more than a screen full of action.
It truly is, and he has a lot of sentry energy taste. This is going to be hard for SuperNova.
Now we do have a small drip over here, but that doesn't really matter, to be totally honest. And SuperNova, Hero taking a 4th base.
Dude, Hero's playing just so well. SuperNova in a lot of trouble here. Look at these supplies, 168 to 102. And I got to point out, man, we talked to Hero earlier. He's sick today.
Yeah,
he is.
Yeah.
He's playing.
I know. I mean, he's actually sick. Like he's got a sore throat today, I believe.
Oh yeah, that's. I guess I could see.
Well, the way you said, he was like, he's sick, guys, and I'm like,
he's sick.
Yeah, but he's also like actually sick.
Yeah, he's actually ill.
He's actually got like a temper.
But like, he's actually just outplaying SuperNova, which normally with SuperNova, if he loses, it's like he just did something like dumb, or his opponent did something dumb, and he was caught off guard. Whereas here,
really
this is
outlasting.
Yeah, he really is.
I expected this to be closer games, and honestly, it's Hero. He's done some stuff experimentally and some stuff, very standard, and it's all working. Looks like he's going to bring a Warp Prism in here now. Or maybe he's going to wait for the Terran Army to leave and then bring the Warp Prism in. We have a drop coming up here. SuperNova's going to have to pull a rabbit out of his hat pretty soon here, or this is going to be game over.
Yeah, seriously. And, I mean, SuperNova, this drop, it might actually do something because everything's a little bit far off.
Looks like Hero's trying to finish him off.
And here he goes. He's going down here trying to take out a lot of probes, but only killing probes isn't going to do much. High Templar coming back.
Nice storm.
Very nice storm indeed.
And this is more of a nuisance than anything. It is allowing SuperNova to stay in the game, but I don't know if, oh, these stalkers going to get it.
And that is just bad news, man.
Yeah, that might be the nail in the coffin there.
Yeah, he's down like 70 supply at the moment. Just, absolutely phenomenal storm right there.
I know.
Oh, God.
That was so well done.
Not doing well here.
I think this should end with this next attack coming up here. I think it's just going to take out the third, it looks like. There it is. GG. SuperNova knows.
You know what I like about SuperNova? As a high-level player and a caster, when he's lost the game, he GG's.
Oh, I know.
He's like, all right, actually, I can't come back.
How much that sucks for us guys sometimes when it's actually very clear.
People just won't lose. It's like 50 supply against 200.
I'm like, well, guys, it's going to be GG, and it really actually was. I'm not always right, but I look at them like, yeah, it's done. And then like they're actually lifting off buildings. Yeah. And I'm like, is this? I don't understand what you're doing. I mean, I even it makes more sense when people do that like on the ladder. Mm-hmm. Like, this guy's a douche. He forhated me, and I'm like, all right, let's float to the corner of the map while I go get some ice cream or something. Yeah, no, he actually does leave when he's dead.
Yeah, that was just nice. But
I don't know if SuperNova can actually beat Hero right now.
It doesn't look like it.
Hero's playing so much better.
He's playing out of his mind, man. He's playing so well. He
really is.
So impressive. Yeah, I mean, SuperNova, I have the utmost respect. He's such a solid, good Terran. But, I mean, Hero's just outclassing him here today.
Yeah, he absolutely is. That last game especially, I mean, there wasn't any special move early on. The one player did get ahead, except I guess SuperNova's impulsive dart in there.
Yeah, that wasn't a huge game changer, but yeah, that was like...
it was a bit of a trade.
When you're just trying to catch your opponent, not looking at stuff, I always got to question your motives there. It's like, do you just think he's like way better than you? Like, is this working practice? If so, who are your practice partners?
Especially like after you're down one game. Maybe if you're up 2 and you're thinking, man, I'm just better than him.
Sure.
I'm all over the place.
Sure.
And
you're like, oh, I can still win if I lose a bunch of stuff. He didn't lose too much, but it's still, I mean, every unit hurts.
If you notice, Hero's just better when it comes to moving his army around the map.
Oh, he has the most insane map awareness.
Yeah.
Like, this guy can be everywhere on the map at once. He's multitasking. He's out of this world. That's why I call him, like, if there's a Bisu in StarCraft II, it's him. Move over, Hero, though. Bisu's coming back.
There's not a lot of gimmicky stuff in his play either.
Not really.
It's very safe and transitional, and it really goes to show you.
Well, he's pretty scrappy throughout the game. So even if something looks a little bit funny or something, it's like, what are you doing? He knows how to play a scrappy game from.
I watch his stream more than anybody else's stream.
Do you?
Yeah, I love it. It's sick. He'll have like 110 supply and be holding off like a maxed out Zerg for 10 minutes, and then eventually come back and win.
That happens.
Yeah.
All right. So
I'm there cheering at my pom poms in front of my computer. We're going to have a 5-minute break. But when we come back, we are going to we're going to go into game number 3 with Hero and SuperNova. So stay tuned.
Aim faster. 감염충. 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 감염충.